Mm-hmm. Hi, we're back again with more skills from first year chemistry.
Yeah.
This is 104, and what I'm talking about right now in this part 1 are empirical formula calculations, and so we're going to look at an example of an empirical formula calculation from a percent by mass data. Okay, so as an example, we're going to say a substance is made up of the following. So we have 40% carbon and 6.7% hydrogen and 53.3% oxygen by mass. And we want to know what is the empirical formula. And we want to remember that an empirical formula is the simplest ratio of all of the elements together in a molecule. So what we're going to do is go through a protocol to figure out the moles first, and then the ratio of the moles to each other. Okay, so our first job is to assume we have 100 grams of the substance. So the percentages then become grams. Okay, so we're going to say we have 40 grams of carbon, 6.7 grams of hydrogen, and 53.3 grams of oxygen. So that would be in a case where we have exactly 100 grams of this unknown substance. And what we want to know is what's the ratio of moles of the substances in this unknown. So what we're going to do, of course, is convert to moles. I always say, when in doubt, convert to moles. When not in doubt, convert to moles anyway, because that seems to be the first thing we always do, just to put everything on a level playing field. So we've got our molar masses and our grams here. And this is going to give me 3.33, and this is moles of carbon. And this gives me 6.65 moles of hydrogen. And this is 3.33 moles of oxygen. And you can kind of see this just in the numbers of the moles. Our next step is going to be divide all the moles by the smallest moles. So we see that we have 2 here at 3.33 moles. So obviously the smallest number of moles is 3.33. And that gives us a 1, a 2, and a 1 ratio. So our empirical formula, these guys, the quotients, I guess you would call them, are the subscripts in the empirical formula. So our empirical formula would come out to be 1 carbon, 2 hydrogens, and 1 oxygen. Okay, so a couple things that you want to look out for. If the quotient is a like a 1.5 or a 2.5, something like that, then you multiply all your numbers by 2 to get to whole numbers. So just be on the lookout for that. If you get like a 1 to 2.5 to 2, you would multiply everything by 2 to get everything to whole number ratios. And that is empirical formula example, and we'll be back with a molecular formula example in part 2. Thank you.
I thought,